Hey, what's going on, guys? It is Mike here, or Personal Growth Now, bringing us another video. Now, today we're talking about we have the control. Now, on the thumbnail, it does say the mind is God, and I do believe that the mind is God. I recently also received a comment from a subscriber who also brought this topic to my attention, and I wanted to talk about this subject. I'm also going to reference here shortly a Bible teaching or a Bible verse that actually reveals how we do in fact create reality, how the mind creates reality, and how depending upon how we use this power, it can work to our advantage or it can work to our detriment. So be sure to stay till the end. And throughout the video, be sure to go ahead and leave your thoughts and comments below. Always love engaging with you guys in the comment section. And take a moment to go ahead and like this video. And if you are new to the channel, consider subscribing. If you are a current or new subscriber, go ahead and hit that bell icon for future videos and updates. So today we're talking about we have the control. And too often, my friends, it seems as if everything's out of our control. And yes, there are some things that we must let go of because it is beyond our reach of control. And a lot of times, the more we try to get in there and fix something, it usually almost always irritates the situation. Now, isn't that interesting? Because I've really struggled with that myself. You know, it's a little bit more personal video here, but I've had to learn that confrontation is typically not the answer. You must go within and evaluate and decide, do I want to be a part of this situation? And if it's a relationship, you must not enter the relationship from a stance of, I'm going to be changing this person to how I want them to be. And it's not to say that we don't have the power to inspire people to change for the positive. But the thing that I've learned to be most true in my life so far is that we are all on spiritual journeys, and this is a personal journey. I've learned that if someone isn't behaving and acting the way that you would like them to, yes, it is very possible to set a boundary with a certain individual if we're talking about any sort of relationship, really. But if you do set certain boundaries and they are crossed, usually it's time to move on from that relationship and allow them to unfold in their own journey here on earth, to allow them to make decisions for themselves. And if those decisions lead them to negative circumstances or negative experiences, I say this respectfully, but maybe they needed it. They needed the contrast to better understand who they are and what they want. I've learned along this journey that you don't mess with another person's consciousness. Usually it is almost always, my friends, remember that it is a personal journey. And if there's something inside of you that's calling you towards it, then that's cool. Then you should continue doing those things. And if they resonate with you personally, then you could say that they align with similar ideas and beliefs that you subscribe to. So what am I saying here? I'm saying that in essence, the best thing that any one person can do is to focus on the mess that is themselves, to continue forging that relationship with yourself. I've often mentioned in other videos that there is no greater pain in the entire world than to force a situation. So, in essence, the principle taught in this video is to begin focusing on yourself more than you do other people. There's a song by Brandon Flowers that rings so true, and it's called Between Me and You. And the chorus actually states, there's a power in letting go. So I want us all to really contemplate on that for a minute and begin allowing ourselves the space to grow and begin allowing ourselves the space for others to expand and grow as they will. One of the hardest truths that we face as a human society is that nothing is ever owned except that which we have molded ourselves to be, that is there forever, eternally. Now, I am talking about these spiritual aspects of us, the values, the belief systems that we create. But I'm also talking about certain legacy that we can leave for future generations. Now that, my friends, is the one thing that we do hold control over. So why not begin focusing more on the things that we do have control over? Focusing on the things that we do have power over and the freedoms. Now, why did I go on so long about this whole we have the control thing? Now, I want to mention that, yes, the mind is God, and this is exactly why I spent the majority of this video actually discussing and talking about what we must focus on controlling and what we must allow to leave and we must let go. Now, in Proverbs 22, there is a simple, short Bible verse that actually reveals how we create reality. Now, I would consider this a hidden Bible teaching. In verse 2, it reads, "Rich and poor have this in common. The Lord is the maker of them all." Now, I really want us to take the time and allow that to sink in. Rich and poor have this in common. The Lord is the maker of them all. Now, you've heard me talk about many different hidden Bible teachings on this channel and the hidden secrets of Scripture that reveal that the kingdom is here now. And depending on our focus and our focal point and where we hold our attention every single day, and whatever we create a habit of focusing on, we bring more of those things into our realities. You might be listening to this information saying that, yes, Mike, we have heard it said and spoken in so many different videos that the kingdom of heaven is here now and the kingdom of hell is also here now, and depending on what we give our attention to and what we give our energy to, that creates our own personal heaven, our own personal hell. You've heard it so many times, but the whole point is to repeat the information and continue to repeat the information so that us that are struggling, which is, I would say, the majority of people living on earth, understand these truths and principles and begin to really begin applying them, to begin shifting their realities, to continue to plug into these messages and these videos that provide enlightenment, encouragement, and awareness of self. You see, the only way towards positive change is through realization of these ideas. It's also through the repetition that clarity of mind begins rising. To know these truths and these hidden teachings of the Bible, that's one thing, but to apply them is true genius. We can know something on an intellectual level, and we can understand something, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you are going to take the practical actions. And that is one reason why I created this channel. That is the main reason I created Personal Growth Now, so that we can work together and educate ourselves, form a better relationship with self, so that we can love ourselves more, so that we can learn self-respect, a little bit of self-reliance. There are many hidden gems that come with self-evaluation. There is an unseen divinity in actualizing your essence. I hope we all enjoyed this video, and I want to remind us now that the relationship you form with you is the most important. Above all else, take good care of yourself. Respect yourself. Know your values. your beliefs, your boundaries. And remember, as found in Proverbs 22, both the rich of mind and poor of mind have this in common: the Lord is the maker of them all. So if you are living an unfavorable situation right now and you desire positive change, as many of us do, consider tuning into these videos a little bit more often. Listen to them and have them playing a few times through, so that you not only repeat the information, but so that you facilitate the positive change. Each time I record these messages and each time we listen to them, our minds attract to us a little bit more of what we desire.